Think you should. And welcome, 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 welcome. And this is the beginning of something very, very amazing. Hi, you guys. So my camera died, but welcome to part two. I realized in my first clip that I wasn't looking at the camera enough, but this is my first time, so I'm getting used to making eye contact with the camera. But I did want to come back and do a quick part two of the first rambling video I did, which was a lot of good information on there. Please check that out. It's going to be on my YouTube channel. And yes, I'm in the same gear because it's the same day. But yeah, I decided to do another part to kind of sum up some things for the viewers that's watching to begin their self-healing journey. And I did record notes because I will begin rambling. So I will have those 4 points listed down below, and they're going to pop up on the screen as I speak as well. And then I'll briefly explain what I mean by each bullet point and what that looks like as you begin your journey. So without further ado, let's begin. Okay, you guys, so the first point that I wanted to begin to speak on when you are beginning your self-healing journey, because this YouTube channel will be all about self-healing, self-love, self-awareness, and really becoming who you truly want to become. And only you know who that is, but what I'm going to do is provide you the tools to begin that journey or assist you in becoming that person that you truly want to be, whoever that person is. Okay? And this to me can be achieved and done by healing your inner child. What I tell people is most times, let's say this. You know the saying, a child has fresh eyes. They feel like they're invincible. They feel like they can do anything, achieve anything, because they're naive to the aspects of the world or adversity that may come along. And honestly, that is the mentality you need to have when you're living life. You need to be in the world with fresh eyes. You need to understand what adversity is out there. Yes, understand, educate yourself, but still go full throttle and be fearless, because that is how you will start to achieve and accomplish things. But before you can do that, you have to heal those pieces of you that are broken, or those pieces of you that aren't aligned with who you want to become. And usually the person who you are when you're out of your power is the exact opposite of who you're supposed to be. Well, like I said, I think I'm going to do two different series at the same time, because a lot of these tools that I've learned, as I said in the first video, from my own journey of healing. And as I said, I'm still a work in progress. And this setup, or me sitting here speaking with you now, is one of the ways that I am beginning the next phase of my healing, because I'm sharing my journey with you guys and living out loud, which is a very big step for me. But let's begin, because you know I'm about to ramble as I do. But anyway, the first point that I'm going to speak on is self-reflection. I believe this is the first step that you need to take when you're beginning your healing journey. You need to have self-reflection to analyze what has happened up to this point in your life. You need to understand where you were so that you can continue to create your life the way you want it to look going forward. And what self-reflection looks like is opening yourself to things that you might have done wrong. You are not perfect. We are not perfect. So you cannot be in every situation and think that you are exempt from changing something to be better within that situation. And that was one of the biggest things that I had to learn within myself. I was analyzing a reoccurring theme in my life, and I noticed that I'm the common denominator. And not only am I the common denominator, that same trend was because of something that I was lacking within myself. And so once I seen what that was, I started to begin the healing, which was, as I said in the first video, I thought that I had to give so much to people for me to receive anything back in return. And so I created a lot of situations in my life where I had to do so much work, or I had to do a lot of sacrificing. And so that doesn't feel good when you want to be full and filled and you want to be in a certain energy. you're not in that energy because you keep attracting situations that doesn't serve you. So I had to look at myself and take ownership in every situation and see where I could have been better, what I could have did better. And then you go back into the world after you make those corrections, and you'll see your life starts to shift and transform. But yes, the first one is self-reflection. I just explained what that looks like when you're beginning your journey. This is a tool you want to have in your tool bag for many, forever. You will want to have this in your tool bag forever. You should always have self-reflection. Doesn't matter what category. As I said before in the first video, the things that you do, you will always have to do them to have success. What they say, don't change up the formula. Don't change up the process. Keep that same process. So self-reflection. And then the next one is to allow space for correction. Allow space for correction, which you will start to accomplish in self-reflection. When you allow yourself to have a space for correction, you will allow yourself to make adjustments. You know, some people, they go through life and they think that they don't have nothing to change, or they're like, oh, this person did this person did that, instead of seeing that, okay, maybe I could have did something a little better. It doesn't matter what it is. It does. If that's just for instance, if you get into a fight or you're arguing back for someone, they hit you. You could analyze, yes, it's their fault they hit you, but should you even been in that space in the first place? It's not for me to tell you what that thing is to allow yourself for correction, but you know what it is. And as I said, I provide services. So to be more intimate and detailed, where I can speak with individual people to help you discover what that thing is. That's the thing that I do so well, as I said in the first video. God has given me the ability to see people. And I think I can see people true heart. And that's why I'm always a giver, or I'm compassionate for individuals, because I see people without all the armor and the hurt. And as I spend more time with the people that has that armor, I'm able to see where corrections they need so that they can relieve themselves of those burdens and keep going in life and be happy. But yes, allow space for correction, and you will accomplish that when you're doing your self-reflection. And then the next step for this video will be have time alone for yourself. I guess that would be at the top for self-reflection. But not only will you have self-reflection, during this time period when you have time alone for yourself, you don't always have to be there thinking of things. I don't think you should just sit and just think all day. Just think all day. But what that does, or that time allows you to have a self-care time for yourself. What you decide to do during that time is on you. You don't always have to go out and do anything. But you can just sit outside and just do nothing and be with yourself. Enjoy your own company. Get to know yourself. That's really what it's really about. That time that you set alone for yourself, it's time for you to get to know you, because we're so busy in life. And let me tell you, that is what the world has created itself to do, so we won't get to purpose. Okay? Get some time to yourself and get to know yourself. It's very important. It's people that's 40, 50, 60, 80 years old who still don't know themselves. They have not taken the time to sit down and get to know themselves. And sometimes it might be because they don't really want to sit there and figure out, I got some work to do, because I don't kind of like me like that, you know? And so people will tend to keep themselves distracted in the world and let themselves go on doing all these things, when really they're keeping themselves distracted out in the world and doing all those things because they don't want to be alone with themselves. Yeah, so create the space. Let me tap back onto that before I move forward, because something just came to me. Create yourself to be the person that you love. And sometimes because you don't love yourself, you don't want to be at home with yourself. So you want to have a distraction from doing that work to be by yourself. But when you do that, your life will begin to look or become something you never imagined it to become. And I don't know what that is for you, and I don't know who exactly that was for, but that was for somebody. Be careful. Be careful about going out into the world and creating distractions, because you don't want those things to begin attaching to you as you continue to try to create through life. Just sit by yourself. And maybe the first time you sit, it might be uncomfortable. But then the second time, you'll be a little bit more comfortable. And then the third time, more and more comfortable. And then it become a ritual. It'll be something that you have to do. But keep and create a space for yourself to love and get to know yourself. It's going to do you a lot of good. And then when you start to create things, the standard will be so high because you'll be like, I love myself. I enjoy myself. The time with myself is wonderful. So when you create in moments and times in a space to be with other people, you will not allow them to break that happiness, because why would you welcome anything less than you into your life? Which is the reason why we end up attracting things that's below us, because we're below our vibration that we're supposed to be on. But like I said, it's so much stuff we're going to get into on this channel, you guys. Please just click and subscribe, because it's going to be a lot of informational things that's going to help a lot of people, a lot of people. And then the last one for this video, because it's not going to be a long video, because you know I like to ramble. The last one will be begin to create a space for you to heal. That means to allow yourself the space to heal. Create a space for healing. That means being compassionate with yourself. That means allowing yourself not to have a good day. That means allowing yourself to cry sporadically. And let me tell you another thing. You know, as I said, I'm from the DMV area, but in the U.S., we don't do enough of that healing. We're taught to keep it pushing, act like things doesn't hurt you, and that is so unhealthy, because what you do is you literally create and hold on to that trauma in your body, and your body holds on to that trauma. And then guess what? When you have children, you pass on that to that baby, and then that's how generational things are created. But they don't tell you that. But create a space for healing. Give yourself the benefit of the doubt. Let yourself know it's okay not to be okay. Because you being anything other than that would be you saying that you're above being human, and no one's above that. We all hurt. We all experience pain. We all need a space to heal. And that is what this channel is for you. I'm creating this channel for a space for healing. I want to see the world begin to heal. Heal on a deeper level. I'm here to do my part. And that's what it's all about. Create a space for yourself. I don't know exactly how that space is going to look for you. You can create a room. You can create a closet. You can create a time. Whatever that looks like for you. And when you're on the road in the car, I've done it before. People just didn't see it. I did a lot of healing by myself, but no one's seen it. I was in the car crying many times. I'd be in the shower crying many times. I'd be in my bed crying many times. I created a space where I'm okay with crying. There's nothing wrong with it. Create a space for you to heal and begin your journey. So that was the last that was the last pointer for this video, and so I'm going to re-say them. The first one was self-reflection. Number 2 was allow space for correction. And then the next one was have time alone for yourself. And the other one was create a space for healing. So those were my 4 points for this video. And if you have any questions, leave them down below. And if you want to get in contact with me, you can find me on my website, simplyrashay.com. And I have all kinds of healing services on there for the public. Please let me know. If you like this video, like, comment, share if you think you should. And welcome. And this is the beginning of something very, very amazing. I thank you guys for coming on this journey with me, and I'm here with you as you begin yours. Bye. Peace.